What's up, hoop heads? Dr. Legacy here. We need to talk about Angel Reese. Remember the raw energy, the unapologetic swagger that took the NCAA by storm. From dominant performances on the court to inking major deals off the court. From LSU to the pros, she was unstoppable, right? But something's shifted. Her podcast numbers are tanking, fans are turning on her. The question is why? How does a once beloved and champion find herself a PR nightmare? Is this just a blip or a sign of a deeper disconnect? Stick around because this isn't just about Angel Reese. This is about the NCAA legacy, the responsibility that comes with it, and what happens when athletes lose touch with the very people who propelled them to stardom. We're talking episodes struggling to break even 70 views, a stark contrast to the buzz she generated during her time in NCAA and early WNBA career. This isn't some random YouTube channel. This is a platform backed by a major media network, featuring a highly recognizable athlete. The fact that it's struggling this badly is a major red flag. One episode featuring Jada Cheeves and Des D or barely scraped together 66 views. That's not a typo. Let's be real, podcasting is a crowded space. Everyone and their grandma has a podcast. Just because you're famous on the court doesn't guarantee success behind the mic. But Angel Reese isn't just famous, she's a cultural icon. She represents something, especially to young black women. Her brand was built on authenticity, confidence, and a refusal to apologize for who she is. So why is that not translating to her podcast? That's the million-dollar question. Instead of focusing on basketball, her experiences as a WNBA player, or broader conversations about sports and culture, the podcast has reportedly veered into topics like dating wealthy men and celebrity gossip. This is a big departure from what many fans expected and were initially drawn to. This is where things get tricky. There's nothing inherently wrong with branching out and exploring different interests. Athletes are more than just their sport, but you can't completely abandon your core audience. They were the ones who supported you from the beginning, who bought your jerseys, who cheered you on during those tough games. To ignore them is a recipe for disaster. It is crucial to diversify without alienating the core fan base. Think about LeBron James. Yeah, he's got his hands in everything from movies to business ventures, but he never forgets where he came from, basketball. That's why he remains so relevant and respected. Angel Reese's response to criticism: when fans expressed their disappointment with the podcast's direction, she reportedly told them to shut the F up on Twitter. This was a major PR blunder, turning a content problem into a character issue. Ouch, this is a classic case of an athlete forgetting who they are and who their fans are. In today's social media landscape, athletes are more accessible than ever. Fans expect a certain level of engagement and responsiveness. When they feel ignored or worse, insulted, they're going to push back. It's about being humble enough to listen to constructive criticism and to acknowledge that you're not always going to get it right. This is a crucial lesson for any athlete building a personal brand. Your fans are not your enemies, they're your partners. Let's be clear, comparing athletes, especially female athletes, is a dangerous game. It pits them against each other, creating unnecessary rivalries and ignoring their individual accomplishments. Both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are incredible athletes who have contributed significantly to women's basketball. However, this comparison does highlight different approaches to brand management. Clark seems to be prioritizing basketball and building connections within the sports community, while Reese is exploring other avenues, perhaps at the expense of her core fan base. Ultimately, the most important thing is to stay true to yourself. The criticism surrounding Reese's choice of guests, particularly featuring reality stars known for Instagram clout and celebrity drama rather than sports-related content. This shift alienated fans who were drawn to the show for basketball insights and compelling conversations with fellow athletes. This boils down to knowing your audience and staying true to your brand. If you built your platform on basketball, your audience is going to expect basketball content. It's okay to diversify, but you need to do it in a way that makes sense for your brand and resonates with your fans. Bringing on reality stars might attract a different audience, but it's likely to alienate the one you already have. The fans' feeling of being baited and switched, expressing disappointment that the gritty, passionate Angel Reese they followed from LSU was replaced by a version more concerned with clout chasing than cultivating a meaningful platform. Authenticity is the key to long-term success. Fans can spot a fake a mile away. If you're trying to be someone you're not, it's going to show. The fans loved Angel Reese because she was unapologetically herself. She spoke her mind, she played with passion, and she didn't back down from anyone. If she wants to regain their trust, she needs to reconnect with that authentic self. A perceived disconnect, citing a grammar error and the perception that Reese has become disconnected from her base. This reinforces the feeling that she's more interested in influencer vibes than her roots as a trailblazing hooper. In the age of social media, every detail matters. A simple grammar error can become a meme and reinforce a negative perception. While it's unfair to judge someone solely on their grammar, it does speak to attention to detail and professionalism. More importantly, this highlights the importance of being aware of how you are perceived. Perception is reality, and if fans perceive you as being disconnected or inauthentic, it's going to impact your brand. The podcast's dramatic decline in viewership, highlighting the loss of Shaquille O'Neal's backing and the stark reality of episodes clocking fewer than 70 views. This underscores the severity of the situation and the potential consequences for Reese's brand. These numbers don't lie, they represent a significant loss of trust and engagement. This is a wake-up call for Angel Reese and her team. They need to take a hard look at what's going wrong and make some serious changes. This isn't just about the podcast, it's about her entire brand. If she doesn't address this issue, it could impact her endorsements, her opportunities, and her overall legacy. Once you lose trust, it's incredibly difficult to get it back. It requires humility, transparency, and a genuine commitment to change. Angel Reese needs to acknowledge her mistakes, apologize to her fans, and demonstrate that she's listening to their concerns. It's going to be a long and difficult process, but it's essential if she wants to salvage her brand. Angel Reese has the potential to be a global icon. She has the talent, the charisma, and the platform. But she needs to recommit to her craft, to her fans, and to her legacy. She needs to surround herself with people who will give her honest feedback and help her stay true to herself. This is a critical moment in her career. She can either learn from this experience and emerge stronger than ever, or she can let it define her. Angel Reese is at a crossroads. She has a choice to make. Will she continue down this path of chasing clout and alienating her fans, or will she reconnect with her roots, rebuild trust, and embrace her potential as a true leader in the sport? The answer will determine her legacy. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you never miss out. Click the video on the screen. See you.